For your for the end of the privacy unit, you are going to be writing your dystopian short story. And for your dystopian short story, you are going to do the following. You are going to want to include in your short story, your plot has to include a privacy theme. So the issue of privacy has to be somewhere in this plot. You know, like it's really seems to be the main point of your story. Okay? So here is this is the rubric. And so in order to get the full points for the plot, you have to have that the issue of privacy is pretty clear. Because, you know, this whole unit has been about privacy. And if you look back at all the things that we've done, we started out with a TED Talk about why privacy is important. We looked at privacy in other countries. We looked at a documentary about privacy. Or if you weren't able to watch the documentary, then you looked at different articles, a different TED Talk, and listened to part of a podcast about privacy. And so that has to be a main point of your story. Characteristics of a dystopian society, you need to have at least 3 of those characteristics in there. So that comes from this document. This is a document that you've seen before. We did this when we did the 1984 assignment. So characteristics from a dystopian society, there are 9 here. So you have to have at least 3 of them in your story. So you want to make sure that you have those in here. And so if you're doing something about privacy, then constant surveillance seems like it would work perfectly, right? It would just kind of go in there really well, seamlessly. So that's something that, you know, so you want to have at least 3 of those in there. All right. The other one is dystopian control. There are types of dystopian controls here, right? Most dystopian works present a world in which oppressive societal control and the illusion of a perfect society are maintained through one or more of the following types. So there's corporate control, bureaucratic control, or technological control, or philosophical or religious control. So you have to decide what's your control going to be. Is it going to be control? Is it going to be government? Is it going to be technology? Or is it going to be philosophical or religious? And so you have to have one of those types of control in yours. And then your dystopian protagonist. What is your dystopian protagonist going to be like? And here are the examples of what a dystopian protagonist is like. So this handout is going to come in really handy for your paper. And then your central idea, you know, I mean, does your story flow well? Does it make sense? And all that good stuff. And then your grammar, punctuation. Your story should be at least 750 words. Some of you will just go all out. This is your thing. And 750 words will be no problem. And some of you, this is not your thing. And 750 words, you'll be like, yes, okay, got it. 750, I'm done. So the characteristics is here. That's how I got to this document right here. It's also linked in the calendar, whichever calendar that you have, whether you're online or in person. It's right here, this dystopian characteristics. What's also linked in this is and in the calendar is this thing called Dystopian Plot Generator. So this created dystopian plot in seconds, and so it's kind of fun, where you put in a year, a location, an adjective, and you just fill all this out, and then it basically just it creates this dystopian plot for you. And so it's kind of fun. It will help give you some ideas if you need a place to start. It definitely is not something that you have to do, but if you're stuck or you just need to take a little bit of a break and see what it comes up for you, then do it. It's kind of fun. So that's your essay there. So the timeline for this, regardless if you are online or you are in person, your timeline is your essay is due Sunday, February 7th by 11:59. You have to turn it into both Schoology and turnitin.com and Schoology. The purpose of that is turning it into Schoology gives me the scoring guide, right? The rubric. That's where I give you the feedback on why you got the grade that you got. And turnitin.com makes sure that you didn't plagiarize, that it's your paper. This is where you submit to turnitin.com. You click on that guy. You're going to have a thing that has submit here, and that's where you will submit. This is what you did for your Glass Castle essay. When you submit your paper to turnitin.com, you have to choose cloud submission. Okay, that's what will help you get it submitted. Cloud submission. It has to be cloud submission. So make sure that you follow that. Let's see. The other thing is this ends the unit. This ends the unit. It's important for you to know that no lates will be accepted. It's due. No lates will be accepted. I can't reiterate that enough. You have to get it in on time. I suggest turning it in early so you don't have to worry about it. And then it's done. Don't save it for the last minute. As always, if you need help, if you have questions, please reach out to me. I am available to you for Google Meets. I am happy to help you at any way. But if you have to tell me if you need help. I don't know if you need help unless you tell me you need help, okay? I hope you're doing well. Let me know if you need help. This is one of the best assignments. It's so fun. Have fun with it. When's the last time you got to do some creative writing in high school? So have fun with it.